They instructed you to be realistic, to marry, to have children, to stay safe. But deep inside, a voice whispered something else. An ancient, defiant message. Your true purpose lies beyond these expectations. You're meant for something greater. You weren't born to blend in. You weren't born to tiptoe through life fearing your own strength. No, you were born to rise, to fervently believe in your vision, compelling the world to follow you. However, school, society, and most homes don't tell you this truth. Success isn't about talent or luck or intelligence. It's about unwavering belief in yourself, not just any belief. Unshakable, relentless, unstoppable belief. The kind that doesn't flinch in the face of failure. The kind that wakes up early, works hard when tired, speaks fearlessly, and keeps going when everything seems lost. The kind of belief that built empires, revolutionized history, and crafted dreams from impossible odds. Imagine Thomas Edison, who failed 10,000 times before inventing the light. Imagine Abraham Lincoln, who lost several elections before shaping American history. Imagine Walt Disney, who was fired from a newspaper for lack of imagination. They weren't special because they never doubted themselves. They were unstoppable because they never stopped believing. Belief isn't a gift, it's a decision, a daily struggle. It's a quiet battle inside your mind between what society tells you and what you truly believe in. Belief is a daily war. It's not just about your worth or acceptance by others. It's about who you are, what you can become, and how far you're allowed to reach. But most people don't understand this. They'll shrink in fear of failure. They'll wait for validation. They'll wish for success without taking action. And so their lives are empty and meaningless. But you're not most people. You're here because you chose to believe in yourself deeply, because you recognized your own greatness and now you want to live it. And you will, if only you build belief like a warrior, not as a hobby or phase, but as a sacred mission. Because once you believe in yourself fully and genuinely, you become unbreakable. Why most people never live the life they dream about. They're not lazy or unlucky, but they don't believe they deserve it. They see a wall in the mountain and settle for shelter. They hear an inner voice, but society tells them it's impossible. Here's what you don't know. Self-belief isn't built in ease. It's forged in resistance, born from rejection, and created in silence. It happens in the hours nobody sees and sacrifices no one thanks for. Every giant, like Carnegie, Nightingale, and Ford, didn't wait for belief. They built it by following a blueprint and creating it piece by piece, step by step. On failure, fear, and fatigue, you can do it too. Belief is a process, not a miracle. It's following a blueprint until it becomes who you are. So let's build it. First, you need clarity. Know what you want and why it matters. Not vague hopes or soft goals. Clear vision that guides you when the path is foggy. Because faith without action is fantasy. You need discipline, daily proof that you're who you say you are. It's in morning routines, late-night hustles, and creating what you want. It's hard, but it makes you unstoppable. Belief grows stronger in pain. When you fall and rise, fail and return and get tired, but keep moving forward. That's when your soul whispers, I got you. Building belief is a lonely road, but so is greatness. It's a call to ignite and light. So let your belief grow. Every day ask yourself, what would the best version of me do today? And don't wait for permission or validation. Embrace your purpose, values, and vision. Even when it's hard, stay focused on the gap between who you are and who you could be. This journey is about growing and becoming the best version of yourself, and it must be lived alone. So embrace the loneliness that comes with greatness and light it with belief. Understand this. Self-belief is not arrogance. It's not bravado. It's not shouting louder than the world. It's a quiet, unshakable knowing that no matter what stands in your way, you are enough to overcome it, or become what's needed to do so. True belief doesn't scream. It doesn't beg. It doesn't chase attention. It radiates. Because when you've put in the hours, when your back aches from the burden of discipline, when your character is carved from years of struggle, you don't need to pretend you believe. You are belief, like Lincoln, who stared into a country ripping itself apart and still stood firm. Like Edison, who saw the light long before the world ever would. Like Disney, who imagined an empire of dreams while being laughed out of banks. They were human, just like you. What set them apart wasn't magic. It was relentless conviction. Conviction that they could. Conviction that they must. Conviction that their vision was real before the world ever saw it. And if you want to walk the same path, you must own your story. Not just the highlights, the darkness too. Own the doubts. Own the failures. Own the heartbreak, the rejection, the nights you almost quit. Because all of it was fuel. Your story is not your weakness. It is the firewood of your strength. The more you embrace it, the more powerful you become. Stop hiding your scars. They are proof that you kept going. Belief is not perfection, it's persistence. It's waking up again after the dream slipped through your fingers. It's standing tall after life knocked the breath from your chest. It's whispering, I still believe, when everyone else has given up. Because here's the truth. There will be days when you won't feel like it. There will be seasons of doubt, darkness, and despair. And that's when you must decide, not feel, decide. To believe anyway. Belief is not always a feeling. Sometimes it's a decision, a commitment, a line in the sand. You say, this is who I am, and you live that, even when the world tries to erase it. This is how self-belief becomes unstoppable. It stops being conditional. It stops being external, and it becomes a law within you. You are the architect of your identity. Every thought you allow, every word you speak, every action you take lays a brick. And if you build with hesitation, fear, and self-doubt, you'll wake up trapped inside a prison of your own design. But if you build with clarity, with courage, with discipline, with fire in your soul and vision in your eyes, you won't just believe in yourself. You'll become a force that the world cannot ignore. The world will test you, not because it hates you, but because it must know if you're serious. It will throw storms at your dream. It will bury you in doubt. It will echo your deepest fears back at you in moments of silence. But those who rise, those who walk through the storm, without letting it define them, they don't just believe in themselves. They become belief. They become the very embodiment of possibility, of vision made flesh, of dreams turned into motion. You want to know what separates those who make it from those who don't? It's not talent. It's not timing. It's not luck. It's the refusal to give their power away. It's the ones who say, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how many times I get laughed at, ignored, or underestimated. I am not leaving this life without giving it everything I've got. That's the moment self-belief shifts from a feeling to a way of life. And when that shift happens, doors start opening. Energy starts aligning. People begin to feel your presence before you even speak. Because when you believe in yourself with conviction, you give others permission to believe in themselves too. Your belief becomes a mirror, a spark, a signal to every other soul searching for light. And that's what greatness really is. Not a pedestal, not perfection, but a soul that chose to stand up when it was easier to stay down. A voice that chose to speak life when silence felt safer. A heart that kept moving forward, even when no one was clapping. Earl Nightingale once said, you become what you think about. But I'll take it further. You become what you refuse to surrender. Hold that line inside yourself. Guard it. Feed it. Live it. Because belief isn't a gift. It's a discipline. And the more you train it, in darkness, in chaos, in the quiet hours when no one is watching, the more unshakable it becomes. There will come a day when you'll look back at the pain, the trials, the fear, and you'll realize something powerful. All of it made you. Every setback carved depth into your character. Every failure taught your spirit how to rise. You weren't being punished. You were being forged. And now it's time to stand. Stand for the future only you can see. Stand for the voice inside that refuses to be silenced. Stand for the life that is waiting on the other side of your courage. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more approval. You need to believe. And belief, real belief, the kind that reshapes reality, starts the moment you stop waiting and start becoming. This is your time, not someday, not when you're ready, not when it's easy. Now, you are enough. You are ready, and you are the one. So rise and show the world what unstoppable self-belief looks like.